Yo, what up? What up? What up? We got a breaking story that we want to get into right now. So make sure y'all check in. Let me just post on Instagram real quick. But Jimmy Butler has just got traded. So we're going to talk about this trade real quick. Just sharing it on my IG. I'm just sharing it real quick. Let me know where y'all are coming in from while I share this. Jimmy, just a second. Jimmy Butler traded. Make sure y'all check in. Let me know where y'all are coming in from. Shout out to Florida. Bronx, Boogie Down Bronx in the building. Shout out to the Bronx. We are live now. Just a second. Just keep coming in. Join live stream. Yeah. Keep on coming in. Shout out to California. I see y'all. We're going to get it popping in the next minute or so. Just sending out these notifications. Usually I do this before we start, but given the fact that this is a breaking news story and I can't wait, I just got to do it right now. So make sure y'all join the live. Let me just copy this right here. Copy the link. Okay. Let me just do this. Link below. Okay, we got that, and we about to get it popping. Give me like 10 more seconds, and we're going to get into this. Bada bing, bada boom. And we are good. All right, so let's get into it. Yes, sir. What's good? South Central in the building. Kobe the GOAT. Who else we got? Dallas, Texas in the building. Shout out to Dallas. Trinidad and Tobago. I see you. Puerto Rico in the building. What else we got? We got the UK in the building. Pretty late out there in the UK. Iowa, I see you. Shout out to Chicago. Houston, Texas. Jamaica in the building. Chi-Town, Denver. South Carolina, let's go. Okay, so let's get into this real quick. So Jimmy Butler just got traded. Okay, it's even official here. They just posted it on ESPN. Breaking news. Sham just broke the news. I actually want to read from a Sham's post that he just posted 9 minutes ago. It said Dennis Schroeder is headed to Utah and Kyle Anderson to Toronto as a part of this multi-team trade. It also says the Miami Heat are finalizing a deal to send Jimmy Butler to the Golden State Warriors for Andrew Wiggins, Dennis Schroeder, Kyle Anderson, and a protective first-round pick, sources tell ESPN. So Jimmy Butler is officially up out of there. Jimmy Butler is officially up out of there. He's gone. Okay, he is gone. And the craziest part, shout out to Brooklyn, shout out to LA, shout out to Compton. I see y'all coming in the building. Horrible trade 2 years ago, $120 million. It's crazy bad. Attitude, Curry going to want one out. Now, what I didn't see is how much they're offering him in this deal. Let me see how much he's getting. They're not saying that right now. I'm just checking Sham's page. They haven't put out the deal yet. They're just saying that saga is over, a new extension. They're saying he got an extension, but I don't know what the extension is. I don't know the numbers yet. I'm not seeing it. If some of y'all are seeing it, let me know. Some people are saying it's 121 million. I'm not seeing that number right now. 2 years. Whoa, what? 2 years, what? Wait, what? 2 years, what? They paying Jimmy Butler $120 million for 2 seasons. $120 million for Jimmy Butler? Ain't that more than like what LeBron James is making? Ain't that more than Luka or Nikola Jokic? Or wait, what? They gave Jimmy Butler 120 M's for 2 years? Nah, I gotta see. All right, hold on. I gotta see this. Let me just see if I can find this. Jimmy Butler trade. I gotta see this because they're not. Shams and them is not. Yo, this dude, and I'm not hating on him. I'm not mad at Jimmy Butler got his money. I'm not doing that. Don't get me wrong. Okay, I want to read from Bleacher Report. So this dude, Let me post this in the comments in case y'all want to read it. Y'all can read that later. Um, Jimmy Butler traded to the Warriors, signs a $121 million contract. Heat get Wiggins. They giving this dude $120 million for 2 years? What? Butler didn't just get a trade. He also reported landed a new contract as a part of the deal. This is according to Bleacher Report. It says Shams Charania explained Butler will decline his 2025-26 player option and agreed to a new 2-year, $121 million extension with the Warriors that runs through 26-27. So he's declining. Okay, so Jimmy is getting paid $50 million by the Heat, I believe this season, of $45 million this year from the Heat. Shout out to the 1,300 people we got in the chat. Let's try to get these likes up to 500 likes. So they're paying him $45 million, I believe, this year, which is the money owed to him, although he was sent home indefinitely, so he lost some of that money. But anyway, he was under contract for, I think, for over $45 million. Then he signed another $120 million contract. So Jimmy is getting paid in the next, 3 years, $190 million. Well, first of all, shout out to him. If that's the money he got, shout out to him. God said he's supposed to get that money, and you get what you negotiate. So shout out to that brother for making his money. Good to see. Wonderful to see. I'm happy for him. Fantastic. Shout out to Jimmy Butler. So that's on the strength of I'm happy for him. Let's get to the basketball aspect of it. Paying Jimmy Butler $60 million a year is crazy to me. Now, I know it's the new market and you get what, I get all of that. I get all of that. But for them to give him $120 million, they wasn't even looking to give Draymond Green that kind of money. And Draymond Green been there for since the beginning of time. They didn't even give Draymond Green that money. That's crazy. Let me see. Highest paid NBA players. Let me see. Who's the highest? Stephen Curry, Nikola Jokic, Joel Embiid, and Kevin Durant. All of these dudes are earning over $55 million. Well, I guess is what the NBA is right now. I guess it just is what the NBA is right now. But for Jimmy Butler, for them to give him $161 million, that's crazy. $21 million is crazy. I'm not trying to, go through that man's pockets and do all of that. I'm not doing none of that. But yet and still, $121 million for 2 seasons is crazy. Okay, so let's get to the trade itself. What does this do? Okay, first of all, let me say this. This has been one of the most entertaining, I got to say, this has been one of the most entertaining second halves of an NBA season that I can think of in a long time. Usually the storylines are set in the season and then we get to the playoffs and then something crazy happens. I can't remember the last time going into the trade deadline that it was this interesting in terms of all of the big names that are moving going into the second half of the season, going into the playoffs. Because Jimmy now going to the Golden State Warriors. Well, if we look at the standings right now, the Warriors weren't doing well. Okay, let me see the NBA standings. So the Warriors, I believe, were like the 10th or the 11th seed in the West. They were basically on a free fall. Okay, so they were in the 10th seed. They had won 6 out of their last 10 games, but they weren't where they wanted to be. So the Warriors, looking at it from the Warriors' standpoint, they clearly needed to do something. So let's evaluate this trade from the Warriors' standpoint. The Warriors clearly got something out of this trade because, number one, you're replacing Andrew Wiggins, who was an inconsistent player going all the way back to his Minnesota Timberwolves days. So you get a bona fide big game, big time player performing in the playoffs in Jimmy Butler. You get him. You're replacing him with the Andrew Wiggins. Number two, you're getting another wing that can play defense, which is important. You're bringing another guy that brings toughness to the team and to that locker room. I expect him and Draymond Green may clash from time to time. I don't expect it to go down the way it went down with Kevin Durant. Jimmy Butler don't look like the kind of dude that you're going to talk kind of crazy to him and just going to turn the hat, turn a blind eye and walk away. You got that aspect of it. So I think the Warriors got better with this trade for the simple fact that they're replacing Jimmy Butler. And according to Shams, and I'm reading this trade right here, Shams said, not even Shams, a Butcher report, the trade is, let me see. The trade is blah, 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 blah. Okay, hold on. Let me look at the trade. So the trade they get, Golden State Warriors, they send Jimmy Butler to the Golden State Warriors for Andrew Wiggins, as I just mentioned, Dennis Schroeder, who's a good player, Kyle Anderson, who's a role player, and a protected first-round pick. Okay, I don't know if there are other teams involved. It looks like it's saying that, or maybe those are just the pieces that are going to go back to Miami. I'm also reading different posts. Dennis Schroeder is now headed to Utah, and Kyle Anderson is headed to Toronto. So I'm still trying to figure out, so what did Miami get out of all of this? Miami, what the hell did Miami get out of all of it? I'm just reading through here because the news just broke. Miami Heat to receive PJ Tucker, and Andrew Wiggins in a 5-team deal. Hold on a second here. Okay, they're saying they must have got some cash as well, but because I'm not seeing that here. Nobody's mentioning anything about cash. It says Golden State Warriors, this is according to Chris Haynes, is saying Golden State is sending Miami a 2025 top 10 protected first round pick, next year's top 10 projected, and then an unprotected. So they just got a bunch of picks. And Andrew Wiggins and PJ Tucker. That's all Miami got. So looking at this trade right now, it clearly looks like the Miami Heat were willing to do whatever they could to get Jimmy Butler off their roster. So so back to the Golden State Warriors. I believe that Golden State won this trade by a landslide, and I think that this trade is going to help them. I think that now this Jimmy Butler addition, given the fact that they didn't really give up much against maybe Dennis Schroeder, but I think that this bolsters them, and I think that the Golden State Warriors are going to become a factor in the Western Conference. Some people are saying that Jimmy's a cancer. I get all of that, but we got to look at it from this standpoint, guys. People are saying he's old. Most of these dudes are old. Stephen Curry is old, quote unquote. Kevin Durant is old, quote unquote. These guys are at the tail end of their careers. But people are talking about Jimmy as a locker room cancer. I understand what y'all are saying, but we got to think about this thing critically. Look at the team he is going to. Okay? He's going to the Golden State Warriors. Who has been the most problematic player in the NBA over the last 5 seasons? Draymond Green. Draymond Green has been the most problematic player in the NBA over the last 3 to 5 seasons. And nevertheless, the Golden State Warriors still found a way to harness all of that Wolverine energy he got going on over there, kicking dudes in their nuts and doing all kind of crazy stuff. And it was still able to win a championship with the volatile, quote unquote, to use your words, Draymond Green. So Golden State already has a track record of handling people like this. So I'm going to give Golden State the benefit of the doubt that they will be able to monitor and handle Jimmy Butler's antics. Number two, I think the type of personality that Jimmy Butler has can only enhance what the Warriors are doing because you're getting another dog in the locker room. So to me, I think this is a win. And I think that the Golden State Warriors just got better immediately. 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 So I think the Warriors got better. I think that with the acquisition of Jimmy Butler, this definitely makes them a playoff team because look at what Jimmy was able to do with those guys in Miami. You now pair him with a Stephen Curry and a Draymond Green and the championship pedigree that they have over there in Golden State. I think they got something. Another thing worth looking at in terms of this trade. And by the way, guys, I don't know if you guys saw the last video we produced on our channel. We were talking about kind of some of the conspiracy theories surrounding that Luka Doncic, Dallas Mavericks trade to the Lakers and all of that. There's some wild theories going on out there, and I really get into my real thoughts about that. So if you guys want to hear what I had to say, make sure you sign up to our Patreon, our membership. Here we got that pinned to the top. We're running a 50% discount, so you can get the membership for pretty much a steal. So if you guys want to do that, I got the code pinned to the top, so y'all just can sign up after this live and check out what I said there. You don't want to miss what I said there, so you can sign up to the membership there, 50% off. It's active for the next 24 hours. But anyway, so I think Golden State got better. And I think that Golden State is one of those teams that you don't want that team to get hot at the right time. Because Golden State is very dangerous. Golden State can surprise. Golden State is good enough to surprise you and find a way to be up in the NBA Finals. They're good enough to do it. I saw them do it. I saw them do it just 2-3 seasons ago. They just did it. Going into the season, wasn't nobody picking Golden State, maybe a few people, but it wasn't like there was a favorite. And next thing you know, they found their way in the championship round. And they beat the Boston Celtics down. They beat them down. Not only they beat them down. Another thing I wanted to talk about with this trade goes back to what Stephen Curry said. Shout out to the 2,000 people we got on the live. Let's try to get these likes to 500 likes, guys. If y'all remember the comments that Stephen Curry made recently, he said that he doesn't want the franchise to throw away its future to try to win right now. But there were also reports that Stephen Curry wasn't happy about what was going on in terms of all of the losing. So the Golden State Warriors go out there and land Jimmy Butler. But what they did was they went out there and landed an aging star with a contract that's going to be off their books in the next 2 seasons. So they appease Curry and they give him a last opportunity to go out there and win a championship. And at the same time, they don't risk their future by making a crazy move. So by the time Stephen Curry is retiring, Jimmy Butler will probably be retiring. Draymond Green will probably be retiring in the next 2, maximum 3 seasons. So Golden State did the right thing. In terms of Miami just needed to get Jimmy out of that locker room. They just needed to get him out of that locker room. Get him out of that locker room. He needed to go. And Jimmy's reputation took a hit throughout this process. Yeah, I know he's playing with the Warriors, and that's exciting. Jimmy's reputation took a hit in all of this. I'm not just saying this from an NBA fan standpoint. I'm saying this from the standpoint of even some of his own contemporaries. Listen to what Carmelo Anthony had to say. Listen to what some of these other dudes had to say on Gil's Arena. These are former NBA players saying this. It's not just us fans saying it. He took a hit. A lot of people didn't like the way he was moving. I think Kendrick Perkins was another one. So Jimmy has to go out there now and really rehabilitate his image, dare I say. Somebody said, Charles, I'm about to smear honey on you, Charles. Okay. Not sure why you would want to do that, but all right. Anyway, so, okay. That one caught me off guard. I saw the honey emoji, and then I saw smear, and then I saw my name in there, and I'm like, hold on, who said that? Let me see the name. Gandalf the Gold. Huh. All right. Anyway, so as I was saying about this Jimmy Butler, shout out to you, man. But anyway, Yeah, that done messed up my whole concentration, man. Anyway, so as I was saying, this Jimmy Butler trade, I think is a good one. They laughing in the comment section, bro. What am I supposed to do? Somebody talking about they want to smear me down with honey. Like, what am I supposed to do? It's gonna be a little bit hard to keep your concentration after somebody hits you with one of those lines. But anyway, so Jimmy won that trade, and I think that Jimmy Butler, they laughing in the comments. They laughing in the comments. But anyway, I don't know what to say. But anyway, like that was unexpected. Anyway, so as I was saying before, we got into what he said. Want you to glisten. All right. Okay, so let's move this conversation. This is it's going a little bit left. But anyway, let's keep it pushing. So, as I was saying, I think the Heat just wanted to get Jimmy off their books. I think that's what happened. I think the Heat just wanted to get Jimmy off their books. I'm trying to concentrate, and all I see is laughing emojis in the comment section, and I'm trying to concentrate. So shout out to them for the new people coming into the live. Sham just broke the news not too long ago that Jimmy Butler just got traded to the Golden State Warriors for Andrew Wiggins and Dennis Schroeder. Kyle Anderson, I believe, is going to the Raptors. Then the Miami Heat are getting back Andrew Wiggins and some picks, protected picks, and they're getting PJ Tucker, which is probably just an expiring contract. I don't know. He's probably going to play, but that's most likely an expiring contract there. So I think this is a big one for Golden State. And I think Golden State now is going to be a factor. I think with this move, Golden State is alive, and I think that they're going to be a threat. If you have a team with Stephen Curry, you're going to be a threat in the playoffs. And I don't think this is going to be the only move left. Because now the question then becomes, what happens with players like KD? Remember, we thought Jimmy wanted to go to Phoenix. We thought Jimmy wanted to go to Phoenix this whole entire time. But now he ended up with the Warriors. So you got that. Is KD going to get moved again? I don't know. We heard that KD wanted to go to we heard that the Warriors pursued KD. He turned it down. So maybe the Warriors' number one option was Kevin Durant, which would make sense because KD is better than Jimmy Butler. But then probably what happened was KD turned it down, and then they probably reached out to Jimmy Butler. Probably that's what happened. Because 2 or 3 hours ago, they were saying that he turned down the trade. Now, do I think there are going to be some more trades that take place? Yes, I do. I think that the Lakers are going to make another move. I don't think the Lakers are done. And I thought LeBron was going to leave the Lakers, but I don't think LeBron is going to leave right now. I think there's a whole bigger shadow play that's taking place in LA right now. If y'all want to hear that again, what I have to think about that, make sure you join our membership. We got that pinned to the top. We running a 50% discount. You don't want to miss out. We got people signing up today as well, so make sure you check that out. We got that pinned to the top. So I think LA is still going to make some more moves in the Western Conference. I think so. And I think we're going to see a lot of movement. And I think that whatever movement we see by the end of the trade deadline, which is in a few hours, I think is going to have a real impact on the playoff picture going out. Somebody said LeBron for 80. No way. No way. That's never going to happen. Never going to happen. Embiid is not, nobody's trading for Embiid. Embiid is, somebody said question, LeBron for Curry? No. The Lakers are not trading LeBron James. No. I don't see that happening. The only way the Lakers trade LeBron is if LeBron requests a trade. And if LeBron were to request a trade, there are only a few teams it can go to. I mean, you got the Knicks. I don't know how New York Knicks fans will feel about that based off of what they got, but you got the Knicks. Maybe you got Cleveland, but does Cleveland want to mess up the chemistry and what they got going on over there? I don't know. Who knows? And if you're trading to Cleveland, who are they moving? Are you going to move Donovan Mitchell? You're going to move Donovan Mitchell to go play with Luka? I don't know. Right? But I still think the Lakers are going to make another move. I expect a lot of movement. And I think there's still going to be some big name players that are going to get moved. Embiid is just a waste of time. Embiid is just a waste of time. And I think that, well, if LeBron went to Golden State, what I think would happen was if LeBron went to Golden State, they would definitely, I think what the league would probably love is to see a scenario where Golden State uh played against the Lakers or something like that in the playoffs, but I don't see that happening. I don't see LeBron James leaving. I don't see him leaving the what do you call it? The Lakers. I could be wrong. I thought he was going to leave, but based off of the stuff that I'm beginning to speculate, and that's why I want you guys to check it out on our membership there. I don't think LeBron is going to leave. But anyway, this is big news. I just wanted to touch bases with you guys. I think the Golden State Warriors got way better. Looking at the top seeds in the Western Conference right now, where do I think this moves of the Warriors? What right now they're the 10th seed behind the Suns, Kings, Timberwolves, Clippers, Lakers, Nuggets, Rockets, Grizzlies. I think this move puts them ahead of the Suns, puts them ahead of the Kings, puts them ahead of the Wolves, probably ahead of the Clippers. The Lakers, we still got to see what's going on there. But I definitely think this move puts them in the top 6. I could be wrong. It puts them in the top 6. Of course, you have the Grizzlies, who don't really have that much playoff experience and success. But then so you can say the same thing about the Oklahoma City Thunder. I don't think any of these teams are better than OKC. Another team that could probably make a move. I think a team that needs to make a move, if I'm being honest with you guys, I think a team that needs to make a move needs to be the Denver Nuggets. We Knicks fans don't want any honey at the garden. We good. He washed. Shout out to you, man. I think the Denver Nuggets need to make a move. If I'm keeping it a stack with you guys, I think the Nuggets need to make a move. If I'm being honest with you, because the Nuggets are just sitting there pretty much just in the middle of the pack, not really changing. Embiid can't stay healthy to save his life. Ain't nobody checking for no damn Joel Embiid. Ain't nobody checking for no Joel Embiid. Nobody checking for Joel Embiid. Joel Embiid, nobody's looking for that dude no more. Not that nothing against him, but the stuff about not playing back-to-backs and he's still joking about it and he made all of this money and then he got injured and then Paul George ain't nobody checking for no damn Joel Embiid. But I think the teams that need to make a move, I think Denver needs to make a move for sure. And I think the teams that will make a move, the Lakers, I don't know about the Clippers. Maybe the Wolves would do something. I don't see the Rockets doing anything. I don't see the Grizzlies, Thunder. I don't see them doing anything in the West. In the Eastern Conference, the Bucks just got Kyle Kuzma, so you can make an argument that's an upgrade from Middleton, because they were like in the middle of the pack team. I don't know. Boston is not going to make a move. I don't see Cleveland making a move. The Knicks, I don't think so, especially they just did their big move with Karl Anthony Towns. I don't see that. Miami already made their move. I don't really see any other big move happening like that. I think if we see any significant activity, it's going to be in the Western Conference. I could be wrong, but I think it's going to be in the Western Conference. Oh, and I forgot about Dallas. Too. I think Dallas is also going to move up in the standings. So I think the top teams in the West right now is still the Thunder, the Grizzlies, the Rockets for sure. You got the Nuggets, but I expect the Mavs to be in the mix. I expect the Warriors to be in the mix. So I think that come the playoffs, I think we're going to have some very, very entertaining playing games. Very, very entertaining playing games. And I think that there's a potential for some of these big, big teams to miss the playoffs. Because I think we're going to have a stacked Western Conference going into the playoffs. The East, not so much. But I think the West is going to be crazy. Can AD stay healthy for the Mavs? We got to wait and see. I don't know. I really don't know. We got to wait and see. I have no idea. None whatsoever. I mean, we could say the same about a lot of players. I don't know. Lakers will sweep Denver. I don't know about sweeping them. Could they beat them? They could, but the problem with that is I don't know who the Lakers are going to match up with with Nikola Jokic. Because for as good as Anthony Davis was, and he's damn good, that was their best matchup. AD, let me just say this real quick before I close. AD was the X factor for the Lakers. He was the one piece that was very difficult to guard and play against. And he affected the team in so many ways on offense and so many ways on defense. Luka is an X factor, but in different ways offensively with his playmaking. But if I'm looking at somebody's ability to affect a game in a playoff series between Luka and AD, and they're on top of their game, I would have to say AD. I would have to say AD. And I'm going to tell you why. AD is just as capable as Luka Doncic in averaging 38 points in the series. He is just as capable. If AD is getting the touches, consistently, AD can hit you up for 40 points a night in a playoff series. But what makes him unique is his ability to affect the game in so many other areas with his defense and his offense. AD changes players' lanes to the basket. You see AD anchored in the paint, you think twice before you drive to that paint. That's a little different. So, I mean, Luka is something else as well. Luka is unguardable as well. But we got to see. We got to see. I think Luka and LeBron may be formidable, but I think they will still need that third piece to go along with them. And I'm not sure if that third scorer is going to be Austin Reeves. It could be. I don't know. He's certainly good. He's certainly another ball handler. He's certainly another playmaker. But defensively, the Lakers will have their challenges. They will have their challenges because what other teams are going to do that have great wing players is they are going to try to go at Luka and these guys because Luka's just he's a defensive liability. Now, he stepped up his defense considerably last season, but I think if you're going to be playing guys like Luka on the floor, you may need to consider guys like Vanderbilt to start those guys because you can't have Luka, then you have Austin Reeves, then you have a LeBron. I could be wrong. And personally, I think LeBron can play better defense than Luka, which is crazy when you think about it. I think LeBron is a better defender than Luka even at 40. I really do. So we got to wait and see how that goes. Anyway, appreciate you guys for being a part of this live. And we're going to keep y'all updated if any other news. Let me just check real quick before I go off. Let me see if I hope another trade didn't go down. All right, hold on now. They got some more trades. So the Washington Wizards are trading Jonas Valanciunas to the Sacramento Kings. That would have been a good piece. The Lakers would have needed. All right, hold on. Let me see if there's some other. Hold on. Let me just check Sham's page. Let me see if Sham got any more trades because there might be some more trades. Bulls and officials in Clutch Sports CEO Rich Paul finalized new deal tonight. So several trade suitors emerged for Lonzo Ball. Lonzo Ball may be on the move. Who else? Chicago. Okay, so Lonzo Ball just signed an extension with Chicago. This just came out 8 minutes ago. So shout out to Lonzo Ball for coming back from that injury and getting his money. So Lonzo Ball, this is according to Shams 8 minutes ago, he just signed a contract extension with the Chicago Bulls. I just want to see if there are any other trades. Yeah, as I said, Dennis Schroeder's going to to the Jazz. Yeah, so those are the major stories right now. Anyway, we keep you guys posted if something else happens. But somebody said Chicago is crazy as shaking my damn head. Yeah, they just gave Lonzo an extension. But shout out to Lonzo, man. He getting his money. He came back from an injury that kept him out for some time. So shout out to him. I guess we got to see what else happens. Anyway, appreciate you guys for being a part of live. If you're not a part of the membership, make sure you join our membership, the Patreon. We got 50% off. Make sure you guys join that there. And somebody said Lonzo is a warrior. He really fought and came back pretty strong. So shout out to y'all, man. Appreciate y'all for being a part of the live. And we're gonna catch y'all a little bit later. Y'all have a good one. God bless.